There's one young NBA player that we are not talking about enough this summer, and that is Cade Cunningham. With all of the hype focused on other young guys like Victor Wembanyama, Paolo Banchero, and Scoot Henderson, and deservedly so, the focus has been shifted away from Cade Cunningham. Cade had a great rookie year, followed up by a strong start to his sophomore season, but then he suffered a season-ending shin injury in November after playing just 12 games. In those 12 games, it seemed pretty clear that Cade took a level up. At the young age of 21, Cade is cerebral with his play on the court. He doesn't allow his play to be sped up, which is a crucial component to being a successful floor general in the NBA, akin to the likes of Luka Doncic. Cade has a long way to go to get to Luka's level, but you can clearly see the potential there. Recently, Cade has burst back onto the scene as he's made a full recovery from a shin injury and now is participating in camp with Team USA as a member of the USA Select Team. During scrimmages, Cade looked dominant against the USA team. If I were a Detroit fan, I'd be absolutely thrilled with the progress he's apparently made. Cade is not the type of player who's going to blow you away with his speed or above the rim athleticism, but he's just the type of player who makes the right play, the right read, every single time. On this play, Duren makes a nice back cut and Cade does a great job of putting the ball only where Duren can get it, punishing the off-ball defense for falling asleep. Cade runs a pick and roll with Duren, something Detroit fans will see a lot this year, and delivers a bounce pass that rewards Duren for getting in position. Little things like this will make your teammates play harder, knowing they will get rewarded for their hard work. Cade, being 6'6" with a lot of strength at the guard spot, will be able to easily take advantage of small guards in the post when the opportunity is given, which he takes here against Brunson, drawing the foul. Cade gets the big to switch onto him, Jaren Jackson Jr., one of the NBA's best defenders by the way. He gets caught reaching, and Cade makes him pay for it, getting all the way to the basket. On this possession, Mikal hounds Cade full court, and in a situation like this, it's easy to get sped up. But Cade uses Mikal's aggression to his advantage, putting Mikal on his back and creating a 1v2 situation for Paolo. Cade takes what Paolo gives him, which is an easy lob to his teammate Jalen Duren. More pick and roll beauty from Cade and his teammate as he uses the shot fake to get Paolo to bite, allowing a rolling lane for Duren as he hits him with a pocket bounce pass. And finally, Cade is in an isolation situation and gets to work. Nothing fancy here by Cade, just good basketball. He gets Halliburton to lead one direction, and Cade uses that to his advantage, pinning Hallie on his back so he could spin off of him for the uncontested layup at the rim. A lot of the things that Cade already has in his game is some things that players just never pick up. At a young age, he already has the footwork, the balance, and the change of pace in his arsenal. He still needs to iron out his three-point shot to round out his offensive scoring prowess, but he already has an array of finishes around the rim, as well as some promise as a scorer in the mid-range area. On top of all of that, he's a 6'6" strong guard who takes pride on the defensive side of the ball as well. When it comes to young point guards, Cade is the type of guy you want on your team. After his season ended in November, the Pistons faded into irrelevancy as they were already bad with Cade, but they got way worse without him. The Pistons were 3-8 when he got injured in the game versus the Celtics on November 9th, and would only win 14 more games for the remainder of the season, making Detroit the only team last year to not make it to 20 wins. They also had horrible luck in the lottery after the fact, as they were knocked out of the top 3 of the draft, falling all the way to number 5 with the worst record in the NBA. Fortunately for Detroit, All-Star Thompson looks like a really solid pick, and Detroit still has a lot of nice young talent, headlined by Cade and Jalen Duren, who really showed some chemistry in the Team USA scrimmages. I really think those two players are going to be a very solid 1-2 punch for a long time for Detroit. Detroit will eventually have to shift their roster building vision as it's time to start complementing the young proven talent that you already have in Cade, Ivy, and Duren, as opposed to being a team who tries to rehabilitate top draft picks who haven't worked out. It's still very early for Detroit as there's a lot of really good established teams already in the Eastern Conference, as well as some of the younger teams getting ready to make their step forward towards contention, or at least lower seed playoff contention. I would be surprised if Detroit makes a lot of noise in the win column this season, but I'll tell you what, they're going to be dangerous moving forward.